Are you thinking about participating in the Ventura County real estate market in 2023? If so, stick around for today's video where we dive into some of the local projections and the market stats for Ventura County's real estate market. Now, I'm sure you've heard by now that the real estate market is uber competitive. There's historically low inventory across the nation. Interest rates just rose again at the end of last week. May leave you wondering, is now a good time to jump into the real estate market? So our goal of today's video is to address and answer some of these questions and ultimately provide you with the information that'll help you in your decision-making process of whether or not it makes sense for you to purchase a property or sell a property or maybe even invest in a home. Now, as I begin to show you some of these numbers and some of these graphs on the screen, I just want you to keep in the back of your mind that these are going to be representative for the month of July only. Okay, so we're just looking at July's numbers here. And the first one I want to show you is going to be the total number of listings. So as you can tell by the top line here, this blue line is going to be indicative of the active listings. So going back to August of last year, we were really starting this kind of downtrend of lower inventory, right? We saw a slight little bump at the beginning of the year after January, but then we saw another decrease through the months of March, April, May, and we started trickling back up slowly. So for the month of July, there was a total of 984 listings. 461 of those were pending under contract, and 462 properties successfully closed escrow. Now, the second screenshot I want to show you is where the bulk of these transactions are happening. So it appears as though the bulk of the transactions are between the price points of $700,000 to $900,000. So if that's the price range you're currently looking in, be prepared. It might be a little bit more competitive. You may have to start submitting right off of the bat your highest and best offer with the highest price and the best terms. Maybe shorten some of your timeframes and contingencies. Show some really good faith going forward by making a strong offer right off of the bat and not expecting a counter offer, because sometimes listing agents may not send counter offers or multiple counter offers. They may just say, hey, this is a really great offer, let's just go ahead and accept this one. Now, I want you to notice on the second graph here, the absorption rate graph, that August, September, October of last year is when we really started seeing this decrease or maybe this dip in inventory levels. However, they were still above a 2-month supply of inventory. It really wasn't until about December, January that we saw a steep decline or decrease in inventory levels, but now we're seeing this upward trend again on the right side, June, July, and we're actually just under 2 months of inventory. We're at 1.9, which is the highest inventory levels we've seen since November of last year. So as more properties begin to come available on the market, we're going to see this number bump up a little bit more. Now, here's an interesting stat that I came across as I was extracting some of this data from the MLS or the multiple listing service. And it's more specific to Oxnard, which, if you're not familiar with, is one of our larger cities here in the county with a population of over 200,000 people. As of Monday, there is only 124 properties available on the market. Of those 124, 66 were single-family residences. The remaining were condos and townhomes. And of those 66 single-family residences, 38 of those were listed at or above $1 million. So over half of the available single-family homes on the market were listed above $1 million. Thought that was a cool stat, interesting stat. Now, whether you're a buyer, seller, renter, investor, homeowner, and you want to know what these stats mean to you and how they affect you, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to take a deeper dive and cover some of these statistics with you. The good news is, if you're a buyer in this market, don't let these numbers discourage you. There's still real estate going on every single day. Sellers need to sell, buyers need to buy. And we have some proven tricks and strategies that we've used countless times to help our buyers get into properties. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear about your real estate goals and put a plan in place to get you to the finish line.